Hi, this is Kim Reads Urantia. Nice to see you here today. So, we're going to read from the Urantia book. But first, we're going to read from Light the Flame by Andrew Harvey. Today is October 18th, Monday. And this is a Lakota prayer course. As you know, Lakotas are some of my favorite people. Some of my very favorite people in the world are Lakotas. Teach us, Great Spirit, to walk the soft earth as relatives of all that live. That's poetic and beautiful, simple. So we walk with respect, honoring everything in the world here is in partnership with us. We're relatives to the rocks and the rivers, and they're partnering with us to bring us to higher levels of realization. And the earth is soft and tender and yielding like our mother's bosom. This earth is soft. And we are relatives of all that live. So Mitakuye-san is Lakota for all my relations, all of my family, all the animals and the plants and the rocks and the hills and the soil and the rivers and lakes, all exist in relation to me, in partnership with me, and we support each other. Yeah. Okay, so if we respect, honor that partnership, that relation, that's honoring the source of my being and tapping into the source, so I will be strong, I will exist forever, because I can tap into that source of being, that source of all being. Yep. Okay. So we've learned about here on paper 22. We've learned about the Trinitized Trinity embraced sons. There's the Trinitized sons of attainment, which are ascended mortals. Now we're learning about these Trinitized sons of selection, which include the Trinitized Custodians. Okay, so these Trinitized sons of selection are recruited from evolutionary seraphim and translated midway creatures. Okay, what does it mean to translate a midway creature? How are they translated into what? Okay, so they must have opportunities to ascend also. These midway creatures, when we think of them, think of midway creatures as primarily very much attached to the world that they emerge from. And then also, most curious, these include spirit-fused and sun-fused mortals. So these can be mortals that have ascended, but they're ascending along a different path. The sun-fused and the spirit-fused. Okay, we know that father fusion with the thought adjuster, that's, I believe, the highest form of spirit fusion. But there's also possibilities of sun fused and spirit fused, which is very interesting. But of course, here when they receive the Trinity embrace, they're Trinitized. That's a very high mark. So that these beings that are spirit fused and sun fused have this potential to be Trinity embraced as well as we do who are Father fused. Okay, that's very interesting. Yeah, so there's different paths, and what differentiates. I'm always curious to understand what differentiates the path of spirit fusion and sun fusion from the path of Father fusion. That's probably a topic for another time. I don't know totally. When I think of sun fusion, I think about okay, let me start over. When I think about Father fusion, what comes to me is integrity. The I am. This is me. Okay. I need to be true to myself. I need to know myself. Doesn't mean I'm like, it's all about me or I'm kind, but I understand the source of my own being. Okay, sun, when I think about sun fusion, I'm thinking about desire, emotion, wanting to, to understand other rather than self. Portraying through art and yes, all the poignancy that's with this struggle that's trying to attain the what is not. which is such an important part of existence. Okay, and then you think of spirit fusion, and I'm thinking about science. I'm thinking about material, understanding of relationship between different things, communication, study, planning. So that's just what I'm associating these things with. But at the point of a Trinity embrace, these designations are not limitations. And I think that these aren't meant to be limitations. Okay, I'm getting too far into it. I gotta stop. Okay. Fascinating stuff though. The Trinitized Custodians. So we're on section 5 here of paper 22. The Trinitized Custodians are Trinitized sons of selection. Not only do your races and other mortals have of survival value traverse Havona. Okay. Not only do your races and other mortals of survival value traverse Havona, attain paradise, and sometimes find themselves destined to super-universe service with the stationary sons of the Trinity, but your faithful seraphic guardians and your equally faithful midway associates may also become candidates for the same Trinity recognition and superb personality destiny. Yay! Trinitized Custodians are ascendant seraphim and translated midway creatures who have passed through Havona and have attained paradise and the core of the finality. See, and you thought core of the finality was only for ascended mortals. There's also in there midway creatures and seraphim, ascendant seraphim. Subsequently, they were embraced by the Paradise Trinity and were assigned to the service of the Ancients of Days. The candidates for the Trinity embrace from among the ascendant seraphim are accorded this recognition because of their valiant cooperation with some ascendant mortal who attained the core of the finality and was subsequently trinitized. Okay, the candidates for Trinity embrace, for the Trinity embrace among these, from among ascendant seraphim, are accorded this recognition because of their valiant cooperation with an ascendant mortal who attained the core of the finality and was subsequently trinitized. My own seraphic guardian of the mortal career went through with me, was later trinitized, and now is attached to the Uversa government as a trinitized custodian. That's okay. So these are like angels that do such a good job. You know what? I have got top-notch guardian angels for sure. You know, I tell you, I so do. Yep. Just yesterday, they're with me again. I felt them. Yep. I'm not going to go into it. No, but yeah. Okay. And so with the midway creatures, many are translated and achieve paradise, and along with the seraphim, and for the same reasons, are Trinity embraced and commissioned as custodians in the super universes. The Trinitized Custodians are embraced by the Paradise Trinity in groups of 70,000. And 1/7 of each group is assigned to a super universe. There are now in the service of Orvanton slightly over 10 million of these trusted and high custodians. They serve on Uversa and on the major and minor headquarters spheres. In their labors, they are assisted by a corps of several billion Seconophim and other able super universe personalities. So these are like guardians, custodians, protectors, security guards, protectors. Yep, they're protecting us. The Trinitized custodians start out their careers as custodians, and they continue as such in the affairs of the super governments. In a way, they are officers of their super universe governments, but they do not deal with individuals as do the celestial guardians. The Trinitized, I don't think we've talked about celestial guardians yet. They're like guardian angels. Yeah. The Trinitized custodians administer group affairs and foster collective projects. They are the custodians of records, of plans, and institutions. They act as the trustees of undertakings, personality groups, ascendant projects, Urantia plans, universe projections, and innumerable other enterprises. So my valuable ideas about, plans are what's going on here in our projects. These guys are protecting that. They're guarding that, you need to have certain access in order to you have to have some security code or something to be able to access that. Right. Right, because there's so they're protecting us. This is so cool. Well, you think, up in heaven everything's perfect. But they're down here in the super universes, they're serving in super universe headquarters, and at lower levels, major and minor sector headquarters. So they're protecting these ideas, these plans, records, and stuff. That's important stuff. Very good. Right. That's so cool. All right. Yeah, they're protecting that. That's a high function. I like that we have jobs in heaven to do. But then we have enough time to rest and hang out and enjoy each other's company too. Okay. That's going to be all of it for today. Thank you very much. All right. We'll see you later. Okay. Bye.